Welcome back once again to another analysis replay. This one is going to be Mario Wrath. He's playing Agni in the mid lane. It's a 33-minute game where he goes 4-3-10. Not bad for a loss. What rank are you in? Diamond. This is a sub in-house tournament. Okay, the allied host is hosting now. Okay, cool. So if it's a sub in-house, then this will be interesting to see what you actually choose to do. The skill level of each of the players is different now, so you've got to take that into account. How do you think you played? I think my position could have been worked on. Since I don't usually play mid, I'm not the greatest at positioning. Okay. What aspects of the game did you struggle with? Positioning for the most part. Yeah, I understand. What aspects of the game did you feel comfortable with? Just overall being able to put out my damage in team fights. I know what targets need to be bursted. Now, you said it was in the mid game you felt like you struggled, which is fine. The one thing I can definitely comment on is Agni play, because I had to learn Agni really well. I'd say I'm actually kind of confident in Agni nowadays. At least in the matchups and how to be aggressive or defensive if I need to as an Agni player. So we should be able to do something. Let's see what you do good, what you do bad, and how to improve. One thing you can realise about Agni, depends against what matchup you're against, is how aggressive you can be. Poseidon can be a 50-50 matchup. Poseidon has a good opportunity to zone you if he plays it well in the early game, at least, stop you being able to use your Path of Flames to clear the wave. Because of his Whirlpool cripple that can set you up for a lot of damage. So what you need to do is think carefully to see how he plays it in the early stages to see whether you can go aggressive or not, or if you get to the midway first of all at the beginning. A couple of multitude of options for you. I'm just going to skip that on pause quickly. Take the Path of Flames. What are we going to do with that? Now the problem with that is that you ended up getting aggro there. What I would have done at the start, if you're going to take Path of Flames, which is fine, I probably would have just I'm just going to pause it here for you. Start at the back of the camp and just stand behind it, okay? They are always going to pull it backwards. They're always going to pull it backwards, and you just stand there until one of them auto attacks it. The moment they do, Path of Flames through. So you don't get this aggro at the beginning. Oh, I lost your number. What number are we on again? Okay, found you. In the end, you take a little bit extra poke damage than you didn't need to, but it's okay. Oh, you pulled it away from yourself. That didn't help, but it's fine. You'll still make it to this lane at the same time as Poseidon. He's going to watch out for the Whirlpool. Now, straight away there, you're going to be at lane first before him. You've already killed one creep. He's technically lost one creep in that engagement now. You should be dashing through the wave immediately and then poking down 2 more minions and getting your flame wave online. Once your flame wave's online, you can start putting the aggression on. You could actually make Poseidon play defensive at the start of this game. If you press tab as well, you should be checking in with him. 3 health, 3 mana. So this is going to be a lane right away that's going to be very, very passive from you because he's going to out-sustain you in the early stages of the game. If he gets poke on you, he's technically going to win the trade because you're going to have to go back to base earlier because you're lower on health and mana pots. So you give up the whole wave, you've hit level 2 now. We should be okay. Oh, we're being so passive. This is way too passive. Oh, don't give up everything. You gave up your life then. You're only going to get one of those creeps? One creep. You could have got 2 then, minimum. If you would have just Path of Flamed away, you would have been okay. So you're going to play this the passive way, and that's fine. I can understand you playing the passive way. There's nothing else for you to really worry about in this lane. Stop backing away like this, though. Like right now, he's used his Whirlpool. Okay, he's used his Whirlpool, so his Whirlpool's on cooldown, as we can check in with his skills now, just to show you that it was on cooldown. Cooldown for another 7 seconds. You need to learn the ability times of these gods and have a rough understanding of how long it's going to be before they come back up. So for 7 seconds, he's only level 2. He'll hit level 3 now, but he'd either put a point into his 3, another point into his 1, or he put a point into his 2. If he puts a point into his 2, he's going to get a bit of poke damage off you, potentially, and speed himself up a little bit. But that's fine. What you should be doing right now in this situation is walking up behind your minions, throwing the auto attacks out. When your last or second to last minion's about to drop, turn round and just Path of Flames away. Because then all these minions will run through it, you'll bring the whole wave down. Instead, you're going to back all the way up to the tower, waiting for your flame wave up. You've not using it. Oh, see how you did it? But you've done it later than you needed to. You could have done this earlier in the engagement. Now you're going to be a bit of a Whirlpool, that's fine. Don't need to pop a health potion for that, it was only a little bit of poke damage, nothing to worry about. That's very risky to do, but okay, we can start being more aggressive. Need to be aware of the poke you're going to take. I don't think you need to pop the mana potion there. I can understand you wanting to poke the health potion. Popping the mana potion wasn't needed at all then. Take into account that you've got Vampiric Shroud and every single time you kill a minion you get 10 mana back. I think you're okay for MP5 as well as the fact you've also got Vamp Shroud that gives you 5 MP5 as well. The mana potion was unneeded, unnecessarily popped there. You didn't need to pop it. You weren't going to worry about it. It's not like you need mana for your ultimate, is it? Because it doesn't cost you anything. So, we're level 4 right now. We're playing this very, very passive. Thanatos has come to lane. Cool. What can we do right now? Well, let's think about it. You're full mana, full health. The minion wave was in middle lane. You jumped up and down for a while. Could you be back here with Thor soaking this experience? Yes. What would this experience do? Well, it would mean the moment this wave hits your tower area and you kill a couple of them, you'll hit level 5. And then you can start charging your bombs up ready for the mid-harpies. You should be looking to farm extra experience. You could have taken some off Thor there. And what I expect to see is that this wave's going to come into tower. Thor's going to clear that camp and then rotate to mid and soak some of your experience, but you're going to clear the whole way before he gets there. So, if you would have shared with Thor, first of all, Thor would have made mid lane quicker, you would have shared experience of him, he would have come mid, shared experience of you, and he would be higher up in level as well than what he currently is. I've got the wrong thing up, I just noticed that, so we'll just quickly change that one. So as you can see with Thor right now, he is level 4, just like you, but he would be a little bit closer to 5 if you would have shared a little bit better. So, you'll hit 5 off this wave, just 2 throughout the 2. Yeah, cool. Bring down the whole wave, nice job. Get as many last hits as you can. Mid-harpies are up in about 30 seconds. Sorry, 20 seconds now. And then you've got the situation of, do I recall back to base for anything now, or do I wait till after mid-harpies? In this situation, you're waiting, pretty much, to get back. You need to work out which area the enemy team's going to go for and choose whether you're going to fight or not. Let's talk about the fight at level 5, because the level 5 fight's going to come. You have an Athena, they have a Geb that are probably going to rotate. They have a Poseidon and a Thanatos, you have a Thor and an Agni. Who's going to do more damage than the mid-harpy fight? It's kind of even, honestly. The fight's kind of back and forward. If Thor hits level 5, then he's got the dunk power, so does Thanatos. They can chase each other down to an extent, cause issues for each other. But the fight is kind of even, although the Kraken does ever so slightly have the advantage if he can get a good Kraken off to control the mid-harpies. 8 more seconds till the next wave. Now notice one thing about the 3-minute harpies that are one thing people are starting to realise, and some are not. This wave spawns at hits middle of each other, exactly the same time as 3-minute harpies come up. Exactly the same time. So then you have to make a decision of like, can we clear this and then rotate for a camp quickly? Well, that's the major game plan. They're going to take the other one, you're going to go for the safe one. Good decision. You'll be in range for the experience. And it's going to be an even split between the two. This is what's kind of happening in the mid-harpies during normal games, just because everybody's too scared to fight, and they're worried about getting picked in the early stages. There's a big grouping in mid lane now. Now, with you being online now, you should have all 3 bombs. You can see on your head, if I can just check in with your head, yes, we have 3 bombs. 1, 2, 3. You can see that on Agni's head. You currently sat on 3 bombs. Don't be scared to drop those bombs and make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Yeah, you made it rain. Wasn't bad damage. There's a shame you got no follow-up from your team. Thor's only level 4 still, and he's going to get out just in time, luckily, but Thanatos is in the sky. Oh, that death was unfortunate. That death was highly unfortunate. I can forgive that death in a lot of ways. The reason I can forgive that death is because it didn't feel like they were going for you. Oh, I rewound way too far back. Okay. I can forgive the death because I would have expected Thanatos to go on the Thor. The damage was good. I don't think you needed to drop the very last bomb though. The last bomb was good poke, but I don't think you were going to get a kill after the second bomb. You should have realised that. They're continuing to go aggressive. You've still got Flame Wave up and Path of Flames here. You get hit by the Kraken a little bit. You're trying to get into land auto attacks, which is very risky. Yeah, you were never getting out because of the stun into the Path of Flames as well. There was no escaping that. I can forgive it to an extent, because with Thanatos going up, I guess you could feel a little bit scared in that situation, but I don't think it was the worst play you could have made. You get picked though, which is unfortunate. You were super low on HP, but you were low enough. So we go back, get boost to online. I love the fact that you picked up beads immediately. You realise the threat of what just happened from Thanatos, and you don't want that to ever happen again. So picking up those beads is going to be really helpful to you, because next time he goes for that combo, you can beads it and Path of Flames away, which is what your plan was, because that's how you're trying to do it, but you couldn't. So, you just saw them all back to base in front of you. I just want to show you that. Just quickly fast forward again until we get back around. When you get back to lane, you can see them start back into base in front of you. So right there you can see Geb's back into base at the moment. Poseidon's missing right now. You should be pushing out mid lane as hard as you can. Could we have picked up a ward when we went back to base? I don't think you had the mana for it, so the goal for it, so I can understand you not going back to base to pick that one up. Don't feel like you have to drop bombs there. Like, did you have to drop bombs? There's a lot of things some people do that I don't understand, really. Like, I know that it doesn't cost you any mana, but to be honest, when you flame wave a minion wave, with the passive up, the minion wave all drops. And you get your mana back anyway from what you spent on it because of Vampiric Shroud. If you look at the mana cost, it is rank 3 right now. It's 80 mana. You get 10 mana per minion kill. So if you kill all 6, that's going to be 60 mana back. Look at me, I'm doing math. So it only costs you 20 mana to use that instead of using the bombs, which do a lot of AoE damage and control. You could drop one bomb, but I don't feel you need to drop the bombs. Your red buff's up. Are you going to do it on your own, or are you going to wait for experience from your teammates? You're considering waiting for your teammates. I can understand like your thoughtfulness about, should I be doing this, should I be doing that right now? Thor's going back to base. There's nothing for you to farm. You're looking around the map. There's no engagement potential on anywhere in it, so you're just going to sit mid lane. Understandable. Probably would have dropped red buff on my own. What you could have done is kept an eye on what was going on over here, and they were rotating for this, and gone and soaked purple experience, just to give yourself some more experience, something to do while you wait for this minion wave. Don't need to always drop the bomb, you could have just flame wave that. Now you're going to go for your red buff, you're pushing the wave good. Problem is now it's a 3-man experience share for you, which means you get a little bit less, but you give some to the jungler. Props to you. Size in lane again. Minions are walking backwards doing the moonwalk because that's what they do. They're cool like that. Stop dropping bombs. Stun. Oh, you could have dropped the stun then. You're trying to deal damage instead of just dropping the stun. Okay. So, let's watch this fight back. This was an opportunity that if you had more bombs, it could have gone better for you. I feel like you had 2 bombs max by the time the situation arose. You had less than that, I think. Just keep dropping them. I'm saying 2. I'm not saying 3. There's no way you've got 3. Maybe you've got 3. Okay, you dropped a bomb then. You have 2 bombs, okay? Now, this engagement is a good decision you make to get back to tower range to safety straight away, but you could have played this so much better than you actually did, okay? You could have played this so much better, and I'll tell you through exactly what you should have done, because this is exactly what I would have done, and I thought you were going to do it, and you didn't. When you path in here, you turn, and immediately, the first thing you should be doing is not flame waving. You go for the flame wave here, there's no reason for that. If you immediately use your Noxious Fumes here, you're going to catch your path of flames, and it's going to stun Thanatos inside the tower range, which means there's going to be an additional tower shot hitting him. It also means there's a higher chance for Thor to live a little bit longer. So if you would have stunned him, first of all, that would have set him up for 3 damage of your Rain of Fire with your 2 bombs straight after. Then you could have flame waved as well to follow it up if you needed to. You flame wave first. You get hit by the silence there, I feel, as well. And so you had to wait an extra second. You eat some of the Kraken. Drop a bomb. Where's the stun? Oh, you do drop the stun. Okay. You drop the stun, hit him, but then obviously the shield's going to follow up and save Geb. Geb's going to save him, luckily. He would have died then if Geb didn't throw the shield on. It was good damage, but it could have been better damage. If you would have kept him in the tower range, he would have been in tower range for a little bit longer. Thor would have survived a little bit longer, possibly, as well. At the same time, who got that kill? Was it Poseidon? Was it Poseidon who got the kill? I feel like it was Poseidon. I want to say it was Poseidon. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I'm not going to replay it again. I don't think it's worth replaying again. But next time when you come back to tower range, look for the stun straight away. Look for the stun earlier. Especially when they're in the tower range, it's free damage from the tower. Get the tower included in that fight longer and as often as you can. You're going to go for the safe mid-harpies again. It looks like this is the game plan that both teams have agreed upon, is that we'll just have these mid-harpies each. Now we're getting to about 7-8 minutes in the game. We should have our boots online very, very soon. There's a big rotation left. Now, you're rotating left and there's a lot of minions still following you. We need to just path the flames this as we go, because at the moment, if you're not doing that, they're just going to follow you. They're going to follow you all the way through, and they're just going to give away your vision of where you're going to, where you're rotating to, cause your issues. Instead, you turn around to fight. Why don't you just path the flames in? Okay, we do path the flames those too, but we stay in lane, because everyone disengages. Clear this wave out. Look to go back to base here now. We should be looking for base right now. Base, get boots online, start working on the rest of our items. What are we getting? What are we getting? Boots, wards? Yeah, we get some wards. Cool. What else are we getting? What else are we waiting for? Beats 2. Okay, cool. Go and send the Beats 2 wait. Back to lane. Farm the wave. Now, like I was about to say, we're about 9 minutes, 8, 7, 8, 7, 9, 12, 15. No, 7.5 minutes in the game. The mid waves are easily clearable very, very quickly. You should be getting your wards down now, and as we're looking for you to start rotating as much as possible and putting the pressure on the map if you can see the opportunity to. If there's nothing for you to farm in these lanes right now, you should be looking for a rotation opportunity if you can so see one. At the moment, there is a gank potential on the right, and I can see you walking over there, and this is exactly what I was hoping you'd do, is start looking to support your teammates. Like the fact that you check the area before you come in here, but you can really cause an issue for this team. Good job, really good job. Continue the chase, continue the chase. Nice, really good pickups from you, honestly. Now you should be aware that Poseidon's coming into this, so you want to be careful of Poseidon rotating around. Never turn your attention away from the other damage dealer, just in case. Like, he could have come around the back, and just a few auto attacks in your back will do a lot of damage to you from an AD carry. Good Path of Flames, good Path of Flames. Very, very nicely done. Potential Gold Fury here for your team. Looks like you've done the call for it, that's good. Don't be scared to tank it a little bit. Back up now, don't take too much for free. You don't need to go back to base anytime soon, you've not got enough gold just yet. Found the mid lane. Now we can look to go back to base if we want to, I guess. We've got like 1300 gold, we can go and spend that right nicely. Cool, got a decision to go back to base as well, nice. I feel like it was just the early stages of College of an issue. Continue working on Bancrofts, also got Beads 3 online. I love the fact you got Beads 3 before the 10-minute mark, which is fantastic. Abusing the fact that you've got an advantage, it's very good. What's that play about? I don't know. Don't think that was intentional for you. See how you did that stun onto Geb then? That's exactly what you should have done. Your Path of Flame stunned him. Could have done that against the Thanatos earlier on and you chose not to. Very, very passive all of a sudden from you. I'm not sure why you're being so passive. You've got wall coverage. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. Only issue I can see from you so far is your ward placement was here. It should be further up here. You know these mid harpies are up, so you're going to try and contest them. Not sure how it's going to go. Let's find out. Don't think you're going to get them. But, got a bit of poke again and retreat back to the safety of your tower. No problem. Don't be worried about getting yourself slightly caught out of position now, just because of the Beads 3. The Beads 3, I mean, that's going to be more effective for you to get your cooldowns up a little bit more and get you out of a bad situation. You're looking for a rotation again, possibly, but you can't be looking for a rotation when there's a mid-wave to farm. Cool. Where we're going to go now, what we're going to do now, is there anything available? Red buff is available. Yeah, red buff boys. Cool. Drop your red, come back to lane, farm the wave one more time. And we're wandering again to place our ward, was that? Nice, you placed your ward, I like that. I like that ward placement. Team's in a big fight, good positioning. Stay around the back. Keep an eye for Poseidon coming in, he's looking. Now zone Poseidon now. You've done the damage in this fight already. You've crippled that fight by dropping those bombs, okay? If this fight continues on, you can't really get involved because what you want to do is make sure Poseidon doesn't get involved in this fight and cause his issues. So your whole game plan right now is zone Poseidon and keep him out of this fight, even bring him down if you can yourself. With your Beads 3, you could really cause some issues for him. I want to see what you're looking to do here. See, you back up from stopping Poseidon, you look for the aggression again. It's okay, but I think that you could have zoned out Poseidon. It could have been more situational. Maybe you'll still catch Poseidon anyway because he chose the pathing wrong, I guess. Now he's caught. Be patient. I like your patience. I really like your patience. I know you've got no cooldowns, but... that was nice. That was very nice from you. I like the decision making overall. I think you could have zoned out Poseidon more. You probably could have brought him down one-on-one, but you got involved and helped the team out as a whole. Far mid, full Bancrofts, another ward online. Yeah, your Itemization's lovely. Hopefully we go into spear now. Good double stun. Good aggression again. Beads. Oh, I could have beads, 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 could have beads. Goodbye, sweet prince. What do we go back in for? Why did we go back in? We were out. We were free. We were safe. Safe. And you went back in. So, watch this fight again. Because this fight was kind of crazy. Crazy fights. This was probably the biggest mistake I've seen you make, honestly. Apart from the early game, where you could have cleared the wave a little bit better and got more gold for yourself. This was like the biggest mistake I've seen you make. You've got these beads online. I wouldn't be scared to use them earlier if you need to get yourself out of bad position, because you take a lot of poke for free. Teammates go in, you back them up, you're going to be a bit of a whirlpool with that, unfortunately. Don't get too close. Do we need to walk all the way up? Do we need to walk all this way up? You're looking for a flame wave for some reason when you've got bombs online. So you end up, by walking all the way up as an Agni, you end up getting yourself caught by the stun as well. What I would probably have done here is immediately beads and reposition, because I'm not happy about the situation. If you just immediately beads and Path of Flames just straight through here, you're burning the targets and you're creating a line in the sand. If anyone stays in it, they're going to take damage. At the same time as when you're positioned over here, all the damage is being focused on this side of the map, and you're going to be over here. If you're over here, you can still drop bombs from the backside down onto the targets from here. I would have looked for the reposition immediately with the beads. You choose not to. Let's see what else happens. So you eat that full stun. I think then you eat a silence, because you end up dashing through it as well. This is why I also said beads, not just because of the first situation, but also just in case that happens, because now you're silenced halfway through your dash and you're caught in a bad spot. Then you're going to eat a Kraken. Oh no, you're not going to eat a Kraken, you're going to eat that to the mouth, and that hurts a lot. Kraken comes out. This is where you beads. I don't know how you really live through that, actually. I guess you just get out of its... Oh my god, you're lucky. No, you don't get out of it. It just doesn't have much damage. And then you beads. Then you beads like, I'm gonna die! That was the most panic beads in the world. It wasn't a good beads. It was just a panic beads. It didn't help you. Then you do the thing that I don't understand. I don't understand this decision of turning around. You should never turn around. Never turn around like this. Just run for the hills and hope to mercy that somebody saves your life. Bad news is, Ra would have killed you anyway. But it's not the point. You turn, and you're like, help me! Oh no! Didn't need to stay, should have just kept running, hoped upon hope that you would have lived. Ra should have killed you anyway if you stayed. It didn't really matter that much, but the beat should have been earlier. Predict what's going to happen in engagement. That's the thing I'm trying to teach you in this one. Predict what's going to happen in engagement. When Thanatos drops down, what's his abilities going to be? He's going to drop a silence on you. So you should know that silence is coming up. If you would have beads and then dashed, you would have ignored the silence and you would have repositioned yourself all the way over to where you were planning on going anyway, which was the right call. Predict the abilities if you're going to go for it. It'll help you out more. Back alive again. What are we working on? We got an Aegis this time, okay. I can understand you wanting to get an Aegis. Just to help you out. Oh, just slow it down, just get the camera angle right. There we go. Red buff's coming up, mid harpies are available on the backside, purple buff's being taken. There's 3 opportunities for gold right now. Golden experience. Purple buff's now down. You still got back harpies on the top side here. If I show you with the arrow key there, but there's a gold fury contention going on. Push out mid lane first of all, or well, maybe not. Maybe not. There's gonna be a fight. Get ready in the fighter position. Don't be scared to walk this way around, okay? Don't be scared to come and position yourself around here. If you position yourself around here, you get in vision of them anyway, because your team will keep pressuring backwards and forwards. If somebody does rotate around, you've got a ward so you can see them coming. Top of that, you've got beads and Aegis, so you can just path the flames back out of this position if you're not happy with it. But you have perfect opportunity to put damage down. They can't actually see you, and you've split the group up. The reason you split the group up, I'm not saying the group of them, I'm saying the group of you guys. You all group together, you're viable for Krakens, you're viable for Cataclysms. You don't want to stand with your group as much as possible. Maybe look at positioning yourself around this sort of side. May have been a better position for you. We'll see how the fight breaks out, though. Let's see what's going on. Very, very aggressive from you. You're very close. I don't think you need to be this close. We're trying to get all the way up close. How close do we want to get? Like, do you want to kiss them? You're an Agni. You don't need to kiss them. You eat a Cataclysm. The engagement's still raging on. Who are you going to attack here? Don't be scared to throw out autos. Good. You start throwing them now. Re-engagement's coming in. There's nothing else for us to really do now. We dropped up most of our damage. I feel like you could have done your damage a little bit better than you did. If you notice the targets that you hit, it wasn't many. I think maybe you hit Thanos. The gas. Defensive positioning. I don't mind the gas too much. Use the stun. This fight's kind of messy. Good juke. Fight is very messy. Let's watch it back again. So, we'll see the whole engagement. Okay. You get vision control for a second. They group up. Athena's looking to go around the back. Now, you should see Athena's going around the back. You know this because you can see it on the map. So I really would have stood around here, honestly. I really would have stood around here because this would have been a better position for you. You know Athena's going in, so you try and group up. Who's your prime targets in this engagement? Excuse me 1 second because we're going to sneeze. There we go. Sneeze gone. Apologies for that. But Right now, you know who's your prime targets in this. Well, your prime damage dealers are Poseidon and Thanatos. If you can get to the Amusing Combat at the back, hey ho, ring a ding a ding dong. That's perfect. That's what we're looking for those three. We don't really care about Geb. We're not interested in Geb. Double taunt onto them. Great. Into the stun. Great. Drop 2 bombs. Great. But could we have done exactly what you just did here, where Cupid is? Could we have done that? Yes. What would that mean? We wouldn't have eaten the Cataclysm. If you didn't eat the Cataclysm, could you have kept the damage onto these targets here? Yes. What else could we have done right now? We just used our stun. There's nothing else we can really do with the stun, but we can still drop the bombs, but we're stunned out. So, because of the stun out, your bombs are on cooldown. However, you've not got any more follow-up because they managed to escape thanks to the Cataclysm because you got too close. Look at the whole fight that's breaking out right now. Poseidon's going to get brought down on the backside by Thor, but Thanatos is in the sky, and Athena took so much damage from that, she's going to be running away soon as well. The fight at the moment is a Poseidon for an Athena, so the fight's gone in your favour. The problem is that you're now out of everything. What can you do here right now? Realistically, there's not a whole lot you've got. Thor's coming in, it's a 3v3 fight. What should you be looking to do? Right. Here's our options. We do have beads available. If we beads, will we get all our cooldowns back up? Well, we've definitely got a stun combo available, okay? Why have we got a stun combo? 5 seconds off off your cooldowns with beads. Sorry, 3 seconds off the cooldown with beads. I'm sure it was 5. Maybe it's 3. 3 seconds off the cooldown with beads, and then that's going to be available straight away. This is going to be coming up soon after, and then that's also going to drop your Rain of Fire down a little bit further as well. So, what could you potentially do? Well, you could potentially beads, Path of Flames into them, stun them. What does this do? It sets up Cupid and Thor for some free damage onto both of them. They're also going to eat the damage from your Path of Flames, which is maxed. And when it's maxed, look how much damage it does. 60 damage per tick, plus 15% of your magical power, plus it gives you some sustain. It's not the worst ability in the world. It's going to do some good damage. Instead, you're going to hold on to the beads. I understand if you want to hold on to the beads, that's fine. Stand and start auto-attacking. Start more auto-attacks here. I feel like you didn't use enough auto-attacks. If you're going to stand around and stay in the fight and look to continue supporting, you need to throw out auto-attacks. Get your passive up. There's 3 opportunities on Geb for auto-attacks here. It takes too long for you to start trying to do them. Geb's nearly dead. Now, this is okay. This is okay. You're trying to create a zone of defense for your team. It's okay. If a Muzakov comes forward, you can stun him to make sure Thor gets out. I feel like it disengages on here, but you should definitely kill the Geb. Geb's dead. This is where you probably should be getting out now. It's a kind of a messy fight. I feel you ate more damage than you needed to. Not necessarily damage, but CC. You ate Geb CC and you didn't need to. Other than that, I think you played the fight okay. Well, Cupid wants to stay in. You've used your bomb again. Stop staying around here. Get back to mid lane and farm this. This should have been pushed into lane earlier. Good, good, much better. Poseidon needs to make sure he loses creeps and gets punished further for dying. Take your red buff. Back to farm again. Defending gold. You've got to be careful about when you choose to back here. Looking for another fight. We've only got 1,000 gold, so we don't need to base it. Oh. Aggressive dash to close the distance. You should be able to kill him now. That's good. Didn't need to drop all the bombs, but it's fine. I'm going to go for gold from that. Now, in this engagement, you've got a Thor, you've got a Cupid, you've got Athena, you've got you. Vamana's on his way as well. Who's on zone duty in this composition? You and Vamana. That's the answer. Why is you and Vamana on zone duty? Because you have no cooldowns. If you had the bombs, I'd drop everything you've got on the Gold Fury to burst it down quicker. You're going to be a Kraken coming in soon as well. You should expect a Poseidon to be coming through with a Kraken if possible. So you're looking to try and do zone duty. I don't want to see you grouping with the team. You create an even bigger target for the enemy. What you are doing is grouping with the team. Athena realizes the threat. They're worried about Poseidon. She's going to go aggressive onto him. You're tanking this up. Why are you tanking this up? You're a mage. Good. You reset it. You should be supporting the team, or you should be on the front lines to an extent here. Zoning. Zone this guy out of the fight. Do not let him on your back line. You can deal with him. You can deal with him. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You could have gone more aggressive if you so chose to. You chose not to, which is fine. You got the pick. Let's put it back to normal speed again. Fight's breaking up, but I don't feel like you're zoning as well as you could have done. Beads. Good. Path of Flames was good. Repositioned yourself. You got a bomb available. Good bomb. Unfortunately, they missed most of it. Just a bad fight from your team, honestly. I think you need to position better in that That's what I feel was the biggest issue there. Your positioning does need work, and you said that yourself. Like, you felt like your positioning wasn't great in the laning phase, and you said in team fights it felt okay to get your damage off. I feel that in team fights you could have been more. You should have been more. This whole engagement that went down then, these guys shouldn't have been in here because Agni should have been on this side here. You should have been sat here going, "What's up, boys? What's up?" Let's go exactly through that fight just one more time, because this will probably be the end of this analysis for you. Is that after this pick, which was fine, you go to doing the Gold Fury, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to pretend that you're not even there, okay? I'm going to pretend you're here right now. And you're just stood here watching these two idiots, right? They don't know what cooldowns you've got up right now. I'm just going to have you positioned here. Athena jumps in onto this. Right now, what have we got available to us? Right, we can Path of Flames, we can land the stun, we can do the 2. So I'm rotated around to here now, and this guy should be pretty much dead already. Because I would have gone 3, 2... Sorry, 3, 1, 2, bursted him down, he'd be dead, Cupid would have come round 2, you'd still be around here, auto attacking if need be to bring him down, you wouldn't be on the Gold Fury right now, this guy would already be dead, guaranteed, he'd already be dead. Kraken hits some more, which does decent damage, unfortunately. It takes way too much to bring him down. This should have been you in this area to help bring him. So he'd already be dead, you'd have a bomb available, this would be on cooldown, this would be on cooldown, this would be on cooldown right now. He'd be on higher health. He'd still be in the same situation, probably. Athena would be in the same situation, too. You've still got a bomb. Thanatos would have backed up. Vamana would have gone there. You would have stayed around here, probably, where Thor is. You would have been around here, supporting Vamana on the backside. These two would have still been zoned. Ra would have turned up. You would have backed away around the corner a little bit, because you're scared of Ra coming in. And Moose and Cobb still staying out the fight. These guys would be doing the Gold Fury again. You'd be positioned once again around here, where I'm stood now, waiting for him to come in. By this point, this cooldowns are back up again, pretty much, because you would have used them all for the engagement. So, as soon as Ra's looking for an opportunity, or a Moose and Cobb, if these two start to group like they are doing right now, I'd have dropped to Make It Rain here, and landed the Combustion to stun them both. Ra continues coming in. I would have been auto-attacking him. He would have been using damage on me to get me out of the way to go in. We should be looking to zone. Instead, the rest of the team is on zone duty. And what that means is that they get a free engagement off, like this. They get to engage on your team, and you get hit up by it. You need to be more aggressive as Agni in some circumstances, especially when you're on zone duty. You need to realize you are a zoner. The problem is that because you didn't zone, Athena went in to go aggressive onto the Poseidon. The rest of the team followed up as well. And that means that you didn't do your job in this engagement. Your job isn't to kill the Gold Fury. Your job is to zone off the enemies while the rest of your team does the Gold Fury. Work on that a little bit in your team fights as well. I like most of your play, though. Honestly, most of your play was pretty good. Maybe use your beads a little bit more aggressively. Don't panic beads as much. Your farm was okay. I liked your rotation early game to this side of the map when you've got the opportunity to do so. Try and abuse that a little bit more. I think you could be a little bit more aggressive in lane. You gave up a bit of early farm that you didn't need to. But other than that, the game wasn't bad from your point of view. I can see that you played okay. Like, there wasn't that many mistakes I saw. I just think in team fights you need to really think about your positioning just a little bit more. And think about what your job in the team fights is. Think about your job in the team fights. Is it to burst somebody from 100 to 0? Yes, if I get the opportunity. But what's my overall job? My overall job is to zone and pressure people out. You just stand in here, like I was showing you. You just stand in here, in this rough area where your team has pulled the Gold Fury to this side of the map. To get to that Gold Fury, these two areas, they have to get through you. And when they see you in their way, they're like, well, we're going to have to fight Agni first, which means they have to waste cooldowns to get through you. Or they have to, and they have to waste cooldowns through you. They have to either kill you or force you back. If they try and force you back or kill you, you've got your beads, you've got your Aegis, you've got your Path of Flames, you've got your Noxus Fumes to land a stun on them. You can deal a lot of damage to these and bring them down low HP. So even if you do die, even if you do have to reposition because you get poked back from them, you've half-healthed one of these two targets, or made them waste cooldowns as well. Which means that once these boys are finished with the Gold Fury, if they choose to take the Gold Fury on all the way and kill it, or they choose to drop the Gold Fury and engage with you, you have set them up for the mainframe. What you did in this is sit around and watch and tank the Gold Fury for a bit, which you didn't really need to do. Good luck going into other games, though. I think, honestly, you could do a little bit better in your positioning, and you'll go a long, long way.